Okay, I'm ready to start on the sashing, and I've cut my sashing according to Margarita's book. This is her Crazy Shortcut Quilts, and this has been just a wonderful resource for doing any kind of quilt as you go. She has two different sizes listed here. I've gone by the smaller one, and I've cut my binding, which is 2.5 inches. And that's over here. That's going to be binding for the quilt. The top horizontal sashing are 2 inches wide, as well as the top vertical. Top vertical sashes are 2 inches wide. So that's all of these. The back horizontal sashing is 1.25 inches. So that is these here that I've had to cut off. Now I don't have quite enough for all the vertical. So I'm going to have to patch some using this, my leftover, when I get to that. So, we're going to start that process. Okay, I have numbered all of my squares. Wasn't going to, but it is much easier just if you know what order to go into. So they all have just a little number, so I know nothing that matters when I put this together. But anyway, that's what I did. So now I'm going to put my vertical sashing onto the blocks. And I'm only putting sashing on the first and second blocks. The first to join the second to join the third. And I didn't have to piece together any more vertical sashing. I had enough on the raw edge to, of the other one, to get 2 more strips for my, the back. So, what we do now is we're going to pin. This is the 2-inch top sashing that is pressed in half, right sides facing out. That gets placed on top of the block. The back sashing goes right sides together on the back, and you're going to do the 1/4 inch seam down here, and then you're going to be joining the other square onto this piece before turning over the flap that you've sewn on top. So let me pin this, and we're going to do pin all these squares, so I can just do one straight line of continuous stitching on these. I've decided just to do the top row, or do 1 row at a time. So I have stitched my 1/4 inch seam along the edge of block 1 and block 2. So now I'm going to attach the first block to the second block, and I do that by pulling out the bottom piece of the sashing, and I'm now going to sew it to the back of the second block, and I'm going to pin it, and then I'll show you how that fits together. Okay, I've pinned it together. And you need to make sure that your blocks line up here so that they're all squared. So once I sew another 1/4 inch seam here, when you take these blocks out, everything should meet right here in the middle. That's where the 2 blocks meet up. And then we're going to take this flap here and we're going to sew it over. And we've got our first 2 blocks joined. And block 1, block 2. So this is really a simple way of doing it. It works. So we're going to fold this back under this way, and we're going to sew 1/4 inch here, joining these 2 blocks.